Hi, and welcome to another video of the Targeted Individual Experience Targeted Individual Program. So I got a ton of videos that I have to create and upload to my YouTube channel, but I haven't been able to do it lately because of the psychological attacks, the remote neural monitoring, the microwave, and that has been taking place. It has increased exponentially, and they have taken the targeting up to another level. And so, not being able to go to sleep early because of the sleep deprivation, the microwave, the remote neural monitoring, as well as what is called remote viewing. Okay, and I'll explain that in a bit. But first, let me talk about today. And the reason why I'm putting this video up first is because, there are some very important things that are happening here that I want to explain to people and as to how they target me and how they send me subliminal message. Okay, so start off. Okay, taking the kids to school, and you usually see me turn on to this intersection right here in my videos, right? And usually, a lot of times that I turn on to this intersection, the first car that I pull up behind have the number 32 license plate, which is a number that I've been conditioned to act as a trigger to something. Don't know what it is, but I know that number because when I see it frequently, I'm talking about if I'm driving, I would say on my way to my destination multiple times. And I'm talking about 2 or 3 times, but I would say sometimes, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. If and the usually vehicle that's gonna be directly in front of me. And when it happens on a daily basis, it's not coincidence. It's conditioning. Okay, you condition somebody, things have to be repeatedly over and over again in order for it to be implanted into the person's subconscious. Okay, and that's just one way to condition somebody. All right. So in this case, this vehicle here, see what the cursor is? This gray Nissan, and the license plate is the number 32. So it's a little bit different the way they're targeting now. So now, as I turn on to here, now they're on the opposite side. Okay. Now you will not be able to see the number because it's so small, because it's on the other side of the street. But the number is there. Maybe if you do full screen, you might be able to pick up on it. So, taking my kids to school. And I'm going to just speed up the video. Okay. And I'm going to again show you what is called an indirect threat. Okay, so you saw the police vehicle, but you didn't see it go drive by. That's because it turned onto here directly. Now there is in front of me. Now the crossing guard is going to stop me. And this woman with this bright red hair, this is actually her hair. I think it was like an orange reddish color. Now she's walking that way, right? Remember the police vehicle. Let me go back again because I need to explain this in a way that you guys understand. So the way how I'm being targeted by the NYPD, members of the NYPD, using subliminal threats. Okay, so as you saw before when the police car drove by, I'm gonna show you where exactly when. Okay, so actually just go back a little bit more. Okay, that's the mail truck. Alright, you're going to see them, see the police vehicle. Here it goes. And turn. Now, this is all planned, okay? She could have kept walking on the crossing guard to stop this vehicle, but no. The crossing guard, and again, they all work in tandem. You know, these are all perpetrators. They all work in tandem with each other. So she could have stopped this vehicle. She didn't, because the woman was already at the intersection, but she's going to stop her when I'm about to make the turn and the police vehicle is right in front of me. Okay? In my view. So, let's go. Now she's wearing a, her hair is like an orange red, a bright orange red. Okay? Watch this woman. See? I've done plenty of videos when I talk about how they try to send me subliminal message about being quiet. And again, this is a coercive persuasion program, so they're going to try to shut me up because they don't want this to be exposed. And even if it is exposed, right, they're going to keep doing that because they want me to stop talking about what it is that they're doing. But I refuse to, I will not. They can threaten my children, they can threaten me, they can threaten my family. It's not going to happen. Okay? So you see her, okay, with the subliminal message. Look at it. She's like, okay, watch. She's looking directly at me. There you go. You see that? Okay, so let's dropping my son off. Let me speed this up. What happened? Your tummy hurting? Remember, too, they use what is called masking technique, okay? And it's being done in a very subtle way so that when others, those who are not targeted, watch these videos, they're not going to see what we see. They haven't been conditioned unless it's blatant. It's like the woman walking across the car doing this, and I've talked about that so many times. That they can see. They'll know, okay, exactly what I'm talking about. But when you're a TI, you've been psychologically conditioned, brainwashed to recognize certain things. They're going to do it in a more subtle way. Sometimes they'll do it in an extreme way. If they feel, for whatever reason, they have an opportunity and a chance to get the TI in trouble, then they will basically blatantly target the TI. And so that's why we always got to be recording to capture those footage and to explain exactly what it is that they're doing.
Is that a burp?
Okay, let's speed this up. Okay. Now, new linguistic programming. Okay? I talked about, and you know, how they will make the TI feel as if there's some type of investigation going on, okay? And I'm going to show you exactly how in a coercive persuasion it's being done, okay? So this is the website psychologicalharassment.com that deals with these sorts of programs that try to expose and explain these types of programs that are being done, or these types of psychological programs that people are being put into. People are being basically manipulated, coerced, or they try to have the person consent to these type of treatment in a coercive manner and in a psychological manner. And I will never consent to them doing this to me. This is against my will, against my consent. I do not consent to any of this stuff. And I want to say that. I've said it before. So, again, let's talk about how they use what is called covert type investigations. Okay? And that's why they use the police to insinuate those types of thinking, right, within the TI's mindset. Because, again, when the police are being used to psychologically harass you, to make it seem like you're being investigated, and just put this in a realistic context here. If I was being investigated, if you as a TI was being investigated, right? Why would they go through this extent, right, for an investigation? Just think about that, right? Wouldn't they come to you with a warrant or something? Wouldn't they come to you and say, hey, we need to talk to you, can you come down to the precinct or what have you? Okay? But none of that is being done. None of that is being said. And let's say it is some type of secret investigation that's going on, right? Why would they go into your community and get others to participate in targeting you the way they do? Why do they go to your job to have you fired? Why do they mob you out of the workplace? Why? Okay, that's a lot of questions that you need to ask. Not why am I in this? The fact is that you as a TI, you're already in this program, and you just have to understand how this program works and how you can survive this program. Okay, so covert type investigations, right? And I've talked about this, how they're constantly trying to make me feel that there's an ongoing open investigation every time I speak out on what it is that they're doing. And you will see in this video, see this person here have their door open in his truck, right? So let me go back a little bit more and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so the person went into the vehicle, right? Now, first thing you do when you enter your vehicle, you close your door. But this individual is not going to do it. Excuse me. Sorry for the coughing, but my throat is dry. Not trying to target anyone, because we all know they use people who are coughing in Target. They do it to me too, but my throat is really dry right now. So now they're gonna close it up, right? As soon as, again, see this woman right? This is the same woman that the crossing guard stopped me so she can walk by. Not stopping the car in front of me because, again, this is all part of the street there. This is all part of the subliminal messaging, okay? So, same woman with the bright orange red hair. She's going to be walking back the other direction. Now, we just saw her walking in the opposite direction. So now she's going to walk back in the other direction, in which, and again, as soon as I approach the intersection, she walks by.
It's the same woman again.
Okay. Now, next phase. Let me speed it up. Okay. Hand signal to the guy. This guy right here. Let's go back again. As soon as he approaches the intersection, hand signal, Alright, so now I'm going to take my daughter to school. Okay, so got out the car, I paused the video, and then I got back in the car, and this is where I started my video. Now, this vehicle, again, is going to block me in, alright? Again, that's another type of subliminal message in terms of they're sending me a message about blocking me. You know, basically, again, trying to suppress me, so they're going to block you from everything that you try to do to better yourself and better your life. They're going to constantly try to undermine you. And this vehicle, this woman here, she sees me getting when I was in the car, and I was honking my horn, you know, to let them know that, hey, I'm trying to get out, but they're going to totally ignore me. Okay, until eventually they're going to go. Okay, so when they pull up, they saw me getting in the car. And see, she's looking at me. Now they could have went behind me, or they could have moved up, but no. And again, look at him. Okay, very slightly, but you'll see. Okay, watch. See that? There you go. Actually, you can't see it. Let me move this down to here. Okay, and let me again. So see. So let me go back, right? All right. So I got back in the car. Pause the video so you can see a cut right there. Okay, when you go, all of a sudden see that woman just pops up. All right, that's because I unpause the phone camera so you can start recording. There she goes. All right. She sees me there. Okay. That's what she does. Okay. And I paused it before so you guys saw it. Honking this guy. And you can see him there. He's still sitting there, not moving. Now, see that little kid that walked past? Okay. So, a car pulls up behind this vehicle right here. Okay? Remember I talked about how they love to walk in front of the car if I'm sitting in the car. Okay? And you'll see, they'll use this little kid now. Okay? To do the exact thing. He comes from behind the vehicle. Right? Behind the car that I'm in. Right? Just to walk in front of it. Okay? And then to look at me. That's the type of harassment I'm talking about. They use in children. Use kids as part of it. These people. Okay? All part of a cult. And this is what they do. Now, you hear me honking. He doesn't move until she comes back, because she must have, I guess, thought that I was honking, that I was him honking her, but no. So he only moves when she comes back, then he moves. Okay? Okay, let me see this here. Didn't quite catch. Alright. So, again, another guy. Alright? And let me tell you how these people are so conditioned and so brainwashed. They're like zombies walking up and down the street. He's going to cross the street, right? Not looking, not looking at all. He's walking across the street, not looking. Finally, I guess something must have snapped and be like, hey, is the vehicle coming? He must have heard when the car was coming. Then he just, see that? These people are zombies. They're conditioned, they're mind controlled, and they walk around in a zombified state. Okay? Now, positioning and stationing cars, again, with the number 32 at strategic positions where, again, I'm turning, or like I said, I'm driving by, so again, it's no surprise here. 2327. Okay? No surprise. Speed this up. Going back to Pam's spot. Okay, so now again, it's today is alternate side parking where they clean the street, so that's why it's empty here. These cars sometimes don't move, and I don't know why, because the sweeper needs to clean the street, and they'll just sit in their car. That's just people. That's the mentality that they have. All right. So anyway,
Here comes the favorite perp.
when across the street to get parking, and this woman here, I was on the opposite side, and she walks this direction where the cursor is pointing. And when I came back over to this side, she turned around and she started walking back in this direction. Okay, and you're gonna see her.
The favorite perp.
She takes out gloves.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is not winter gloves. These looks like what is white surgical gloves. Okay. Again, I think the previous video I did before this one, where I showed the super in Pam's building as I exited out, because again they were microwaving us and having her target me. That when I exited out of the building, he had gloves in his hand and he just raised it up in front of me so I can see. So this is the kind of like sort of like the same type of thing that's going on here with the gloves. Okay. To me the glove signifies OJ. Because again, for me it's like, well, if it doesn't fit, you must have quit. That sort of thing. But that's what they put into my mind, right? So again, that kind of goes along with the constant interrogation theme that I talked about. Okay, and I'm going to touch a little bit more on that at the end of this video. So again, this woman here, she was walking this way. As soon as I came across the street, the other side to get parking, she turns around and she starts walking back. As she got close to me, she takes out a glove in her pocket. And it wasn't one, it wasn't even two. Okay, like I said, these are not winter gloves, because it's like 30-something degrees outside. They're like more like surgical gloves. Okay? Unless they're saying that, the only way I had to remove the knife is to have an operation. Okay? So,
Walking back and forth.
go. And there was another vehicle, not another vehicle, another person that came out of a house. Let me see if I got it on this video. Okay, no, let's try. Okay, that's just a picture that I took. Okay. See what's going on. Okay. Okay, so I got out of the car, and okay, so that was this morning. Now, this afternoon, I'm on my way to pick up Ethan and Alyssa
Here's
from school.
New.
And again,
Well, not a new.
another vehicle that's all of a sudden starts parking on the block with the number 32 in the license plate. Okay? Never seen this vehicle before. And trust me, because I pay attention to these vehicles, because again, whenever I start to see that number show up in the license plate with cars constantly parking on the block now, so every week or so there's always a new vehicle that's going to be parking there that have that number in the license plate. Okay?
Car, but
And this is just
a new
another
vehicle
example
that's parked
of a new
with
vehicle.
the number of the license
Parking.
plate again. So they're showing up every single day. Different vehicles.
Okay? Now, okay, here I am leaving Ethan's school. I'm going to tell you the reason why I have the camera out recording. So, as I was walking towards Ethan's school to pick him up, I noticed that every time I walk towards the sidewalk and there's a police car parked up, that as I got near it, they will drive off slowly. Okay, this happened with 2 vehicles, right? The second vehicle, right, turned onto the block, Snyder Avenue, and then parked on the opposite side of the schoolyard, okay? And got Ethan, and as I turned around, the police officer driving that vehicle went from the other side, from the other side to the side in which, directly in front of the gate that I had to exit out with Ethan, okay? And I'll give you another example of how they're using children to target me. So, now, I know they didn't expect this. I know they didn't expect me to take my phone up and record, but I did. Sometimes, you know, because of the targeting, you're so preoccupied with other stuff that you just kind of tend to forget to do that. And in this case, I was like, no, I'm not forgetting. I took my phone out and I started recording.
My son
Now,
back. And,
watch this little girl here. Again, she's gonna walk across me.
and
See that? Now she's looking directly at Ethan. She's not looking at me. Her eyes is not looking up. She's looking directly at Ethan. And, you know, about a month ago, I started to notice the behavior in Ethan, right? When things would happen to him in school, he wouldn't say nothing, okay? And I constantly have to keep reminding him, when kids bully you or hit you for no reason, you go and tell the teacher. And if the teacher doesn't do anything and the kid hits you again, I will not punish you for defending yourself, okay? So, again, in Ethan's school, they have the kids targeting him. They have the kids sending him subliminal message about being quiet. Because, like I said, they always send me threats about them doing this exact things to my children, okay? And as you can see here, and this is a perfect example of how they use children in these schools, that these kids are being conditioned, brainwashed, into being in this cult to where they have these kids targeting my son. And I had to go to the school many times because these kids bullied my child, okay? And again, just to have this on video, it's I mean, as a parent, like, what do you do? If you go to the school, they run the same script. Oh, nobody's, harassing your child, nobody's targeting your child. Even though, like I said, there have been kids in that school who's been, targeting my kid. And then when my son started getting food poisoning from the lunch, and I went and I spoke to the nurse and the vice principal, and I said, listen, my child is being poisoned. And they're like, well, if your child is being poisoned, every other kid is being poisoned. No, that's not how these people work, okay? They will have the server, the food server. They will put a particular food aside, okay? Whatever the lunch is, they will have a particular one aside that they will give to my son, in which they probably had out all damn day to get him food poisoning, because he always used to come home with stomach pains, throwing up, having diarrhea, all that stuff. Okay, until I threatened to go to the school board and file a complaint, then it stopped. Okay, so again, here's a classic example of a kid in my son's school. They're using these children to target my son psychologically. Okay, and again, perfect example. All right, now back to the police officer. Now he comes, pulls his vehicles up there, okay, and as I he was standing there, and as I got closer towards him, then he's going to make his move, right? But again, he's going to play it off. Let me go back. Okay, so there he is. He's looking at me, of course, trying to act as if he's talking to these people. Now, these people here, they have I guess, a permit or have you to sell food there, because they're there every single day, right? And no other police ever bother them, never bother them. But today, again, because of the heavy targeting and the heavy harassment, you know, this is street theater. This is street theater, and again, this is how they mask it as a way to try to legitimize, you know, why it is that he's there, okay? But you know, this is what you call a smoke screen, okay? This main purpose is to psychologically harass me, to try to intimidate me, okay? That's why he's there. And you see, as I have the camera on him, see now because you know he already got caught. He already got caught. And what you look, you'll see him. He's gonna walk back over here. See, he already got caught. So he already knows, right? He already knows. He's gonna stand there, turn there. He's looking at me. He's gonna walk back to his vehicle. Okay, and he's looking at my son. That's what he's doing. Okay, he is looking at my son as he turned to look at my son. Okay, that's what he's doing. And look at these two perps again, using the color red. These teenagers now. He doesn't want his face to be seen. Okay, let's go back. So this is how they work. Okay, turn and walk. Takes his phone, looks at it. But he sees that I'm recording, so now he buries his head in his phone, right? He doesn't want to be seen.
Harassment tactic. They try to play it off as if, you know.
So in moments like this, as a TI, yeah, you know, keep recording because you can get some pretty, you know, incriminating evidence against these people and what it is that they're doing. Okay?
They showed up there. Ethan.
And there you go again. Synchronization. As soon as I reach the intersection, who shows up?
They showed up there. Ethan.
As soon as I reach the intersection, who shows up? Again, NYPD again. Okay. Now, did you see what happened there? Let me explain to you what happened. Okay. So, because of the targeting and the script that has been run, okay, they are thinking that, okay, I'm zoned into the targeting now. So it's like now they can drive by slowly and I'll be focused on them, right? So he's going to make a turn, right? You swear he's turning, right? Okay, look what happens. Yeah, because you know why? The fact that I'm recording, okay, when they realize it, then he's like, okay, well, let me just turn the other way and drive off. Yeah, but again, this is the stuff that they do. So let's continue. So I had stopped the video there and I turned, and then I noticed this police vehicle here, right here, turn in the opposite direction of traffic with the lights flashing. Okay. Now, I'm going to, okay, yeah, there you go. So, let me explain something. Okay, keep going. Okay. Let me explain something. 2 weeks ago, and I did a video on this, you know, right before I went to pick up my son and my daughter from school, they had a shooting on Flatbush. Now, the block that I had walked up with the police vehicle that was acting as if it was turning, that's Bedford Avenue, and a block over, right, in that direction is Flatbush Avenue. Okay, so in broad daylight, a person got shot out there. In broad daylight. Okay, every day I'm out there, especially at that time after 12 o'clock. There are numerous police vehicles on Flatbush Avenue and on Bedford. Not as much as you see now, okay, because now they've stepped it up to where there's like at least covering that area where the school is at. I mean, it's like a show of force with the police department out there. Okay, so a person got shot in broad daylight. No one, there's no suspect. The police have no suspect or nothing, right? The police were not there. They were not there at all. Why is that? Why is that? On the one day that someone got shot, there's no police out there. Now, all of a sudden after that, there's like a huge police presence. Now, there was a huge police presence before, but now there's a huge police presence. At least 3 cars or 4 cars on one side and 2 cars on the other side. There's a command center there, okay? And again, when people start asking questions, when we see command centers in front of our school, when we see surveillance centers in front of our school, and we, complain about it, okay, now they're going to say, okay, well, we're going to remove that in front of school because, it really doesn't make any sense. Like, why would the police have a command center in front of the high school? Unless there's some serious illegal activities going on in a high school, right? With cameras and everything on top of it, all right? So I noticed that I haven't seen one for about a month or so, okay? Again, this is what they do to try to put those types of vehicles, that type of presence around schools that have minority children in it, okay? Black and brown children, okay? Because when you look at the history, and again, there's no reason for there to be a police presence like that in front of a high school, particularly in an urban area, because for one, we don't have mass shootings in urban areas. Why don't you see these types of police presence, right, in the suburbs, where there's predominantly a white high school, predominantly white high school? Why you don't see it? Okay, when history has shown us, right, that who are the people that commit mass shooting and where those mass shootings occur, particularly when it comes to the school system, right? They are in predominantly white schools, right? So again, particularly black people, we have to be constantly aware of that, okay? That the police department in every state, these racist mother effers, okay, will create situations in which they will shoot somebody. That person is not going to die because the individual that got shot wasn't that, it wasn't life threatening. So they can have these types of police presence in our children's school, okay, to make it seems like, and for kids going to that school, when they see that every day, it's like a prison. It's not a learning facility. It's like a prison, okay? But again, that's what they do. And again, I just wanted to just say that. But let's go back to what I was saying. I'll talk about the psychological warfare, manipulation, and covert type investigation. Again, all right. So again, it says there are many possible psychological manipulation type scenarios that can involve the use of sensitive information or dark secrets. You may have seen a movie or heard a movie, whatever. But what it is that, is when they're trying to use information to intimidate someone, to target someone, to induce fear, stress, and paranoia, right? And it says here, it can easily fall into the classification of blackmail or dark secrets to law enforcement in order to obtain some types of help or assistance, right? So basically, to get the community involved in targeting you and I, okay, they may create scenarios, or they may try to get some dirt on you or me. And there's no dirt on me, but they'll create scenarios, okay? I'm pretty sure that they have and had, right? And so then try to use that to blackmail you or I, okay? And this is, again, in order to silence us, to keep us in silence. That's why, people when they walk towards me or they walk across me, they turn to me and they go like this, okay? This is what they're doing. They'll threaten my kids, they'll threaten me, but again, we cannot fall into that. We cannot be afraid. We have to speak out. These type of weapon that's been used on us, we know that, the mind control, the microchipping that's been done to us, again, it is all to cover, non-consensual human experimentation, okay? And it also says here, psychological warfare or using psychiatry in strong-arm tactics is not a new phenomenon, which is not, okay? And people want to act like if this stuff don't exist, it doesn't happen. Soviet Union does it, Communist China does it, North Korea does it, guess what? Even countries that are so-called democratic does it. Okay? Just remember that. All right? So discrediting the target, which is what they're doing to us. Okay, and when we talk about the non-consensual human experimentation that's been done. All right? That's my phone. Okay, so that is what they do. That is the tactics and the technologies are usually used by powerful organizations, and they do this to people. And we talk about powerful organizations, those within the security agencies within the United States government, the CIA, the NSA, the FBI, the police, state, local police, they all participate in these type of things. Okay, so this is not new, ladies and gentlemen. Don't think that it hasn't been done before, because it has. And we have to speak out. We cannot be silent. They cannot make us silent. I don't care. They threaten me with, they're going to murder me, they're going to throw me in prison, they're going to do all that stuff. They can threaten me all they want. They can threaten my kids. What have you. My goal is to expose this to where they can never do this to anybody else again. Okay? Alright, so that's the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.